What if I told you that you could add brand new structures and more than double the number of bosses in Minecraft Bedrock? Would you believe me? Well, the add-on that we're revealing for Mad on Monday's video today promises to do just that, because the add-on we're revealing is the Boss Dungeons add-on by Blockworks. Coming in at 660 mine tokens, this add-on takes up 27 megabytes of size. But are these boss dungeons actually challenging? Or are they merely just new landmarks for you to sightsee? Just before we jump into today's video, I wanted to let you know that this video is intended to be a first look reveal and not a full tutorial or an actual playthrough. I'm going to be exploring the add-on for the first time, and you're going to see my genuine reactions and thoughts as we go through it. I'll lay out every block and item that I can find to show you just how much content you get for your minecoins, and I'll talk through what I think stands out, what might need work, and what my general overall impressions are. There are timestamps down below in the description, so feel free to jump around to the sections that interest you most. Let's go. When you load into the Boss Dungeons add-on, you're given the Boss Dungeons add-on guidebook, and if you're lucky enough like me, you'll spawn next to a brand new structure that we'll be checking out in the mob section. Not the experience section today, the mob section of today's video. But before then, let's have a look at what the book says. So it says, welcome to the Boss Dungeons add-on. Explore and fight your way through 4 new randomly generated dungeons with a unique boss at the bottom. You've got the Primordial Tyrant, the Apex Cyborg, the Frostbound King, and the Sand Revenant. And that's pretty much all the book lets us choose from here. So when we click into the Primordial Tyrant, we're told that the Primordial Tyrant is a large, 3-headed dragon with the elemental powers of fire, acid, and lightning. Its lightning breath could probably be redirected using a copper contraption. A nice hint at some gameplay there for all of you who want to beat these bosses. The Primordial Tyrant is found in the Mountain Keep, and the Mountain Keep can be found in mountainous biomes and is easily recognized by the flags on its towers. You know, aside from all the other keeps that you get in Minecraft. Anywho, there is also an Elemental Axe, which is dropped by the Primordial Tyrant and lets you wield the powers of the elements. When attacking, it will randomly strike with either fire, acid, or lightning effects. The strength of these effects can all be enhanced by the Fire Aspect enchantment. It can be repaired on an anvil using blaze power, if I can speak correctly. We also have the Apex Cyborg, which is a cybernetically enhanced gorilla with various advanced long-range weapons. The redstone drones it summons could potentially be rewired, another hint at the gameplay. It can be found in a jungle vault, which can be found in jungle biomes. Look out for a pyramidal structure with gardens along its edges. There's also an explosive gauntlet which is dropped by the Apex Cyborg and lets you launch an explosive fist at your enemies when used by interacting. The explosive power can be enhanced by the power and flame enchantments, and it can be repaired on an anvil using iron ingots. I like this little bit of information here about the enchantments and the repairing. Next up, we've got the Frostbound King, which is a giant yeti with an icy breath that freezes you in place. Heating the yeti up might be a way to reduce the damage it deals with its frost hammer. You can find the Frostbound King in a frozen spire, which can be found in a snowy plains biomes. It's a tall ice spire which cannot be missed. And there's a Frost Hammer, which is dropped by the Frostbound King and lets you launch multiple enemies into the air when used by interacting. The power of this ground pound can be enhanced by the knockback enchantment, and it can be repaired on an anvil using blue ice. Again, very good information. And then lastly, we've got the Sand Revenant, which is an ancient cursed pharaoh that can manipulate the desert sands with its golden scythe. As an undead, this warlord is probably weak to damage from a holy smite. Quite a basic tip there, but okay. It can be found in a desert tomb, which can be found in a desert biome. It looks like a desert pyramid, but significantly larger. There's also the Cursed Scythe, which is dropped by the Sand Revenant, and it lets you perform a spin attack to deal massive damage to everyone around you, when used by interacting. The fire aspect enchantment can enhance this attack. It can also be repaired on an anvil using gold ingots. So a very basic book here, but it pretty much tells you anything and everything you need to know. And you can see in your hand, the book is massive. So let's start by having a look at the brand new blocks that you get in this add-on. And so continuing on from the very basic book, we've got a very basic selection of blocks. There are some new ice blocks, and then there are some mob heads as well. So let's get down here to begin with. We have a packed ice bricks wall on here, which is very simple, and it has some easy interaction going on here. So I think that's made for making the big building a lot better. And we can do a quick little test on here as well. I don't know, let's grab some bricks while we're here. Maybe grab an andesite wall as well and just see, do they interact with each other? They do. They seem to interact okay. That's quite good. I'm always a fan of that. Next up then, we also have the packed ice bricks slab, which when walking on, you do just walk over like normal. And just to make sure that I'm not floating, we'll do that again. The slab working fine there too. And if we double up the slab, you can't double up the slab. It is a permanent single half slab. And don't think you can choose. Oh, you can. Okay. So you can choose if it's a top slab or a bottom slab, but you can't double it up to make a brick block, which is a shame. Speaking of brick block, there is a packed ice bricks block here, which you can see works through easily. And I suppose it's packed ice so that it doesn't melt. And then lastly, we have eternal ice, which if we break in creative doesn't exactly do anything. If we break in survival, doesn't become water either. So I suppose that might be the big thing about this, is that it can just always stay as ice no matter what. I don't know, but it's an eternal ice. So there is a new ice block here as well. And then we've got the heads. So we have the Sand Revenant Skull, we have the Acid Tyrant head, the Fire Tyrant head, and the Lightning Tyrant head. We have the Apex Cyborg head with the massive ears. And then we also have the Frostbound King head. And now I know some people are going to ask, well, can you wear them? And the answer to that question is no. They're not wearable. They are just pretty much kind of wall blocks, I guess. You know, trophies is the word I'm looking for here. So you can place them on a wall and have them showing off who it is that you've recently killed. You can place them down on the floor here. Can you stack them? Yes, you can. So if you wanted to have multiple of the same one there as well, you can. And these are just basically trophies of what you've done from best I can see. Even when you hover over them, there isn't much more information than that. I like the ice blocks. I think they're cool. And I like the heads. I think they're cool. And the price of the add-on at 660 mine tokens means I'm not going to slate it for not having a ton of content, to be honest with you. So we're just going to go now and have a look at the new weapons that you get in this add-on. Hey, did you know this channel isn't all there is? I also have a second channel called Dazman Reacts, where I react to other Minecraft content, trailers, pack combinations, creator interviews, and even the Minecraft Marketplace weekly update. I also have the Dazman Plays channel, where I play other non-Minecraft games of all age ranges. I have a Dazman Football channel and a Dazman Wrestling channel for those games and topics as well, and I also have a very small TikTok account at Dazman TikTok. And finally, I have my website, the Dazman Blogs website at dazmanblogs.blogspot.com, where I'm building a texture pack database, an actions and stuff compatibility list, written texture pack summaries, a very loose podcast, and even more. So support me in various places by liking, commenting, subscribing, following, and visiting in as many places as possible. And so for the weapons then, we have 6 new weapons added as well, some of which we've already been introduced to in the book as boss drops, and I think 2 of which we are about to find out about. So we have got a Cursed Blade, we've also got a Cursed Scythe, we've got a, if I can take it off his hands, thank you very much, an Elemental Axe, we've got a Frost Blade, and we've got a Frost Hammer. And then we've also got the Explosive Gauntlet. Now, if we look on here, first of all, so the Explosive Gauntlet we saw is a boss drop, as is the Frost Hammer. So I believe it was the Cybernetic Gorilla, the Apex Cyborg, whatever he was called, is what drops the Explosive Gauntlet. The Frost Hammer came from the Yeti. The Elemental Axe comes from the Tyrant Dragon. And then the Cursed Scythe comes from the Pharaoh, which means in terms of blades, the Cursed Blade and the Frost Blade are new to us. They both do a +7 attack damage. And if we're looking at them in our hand, they're quite a basic animation. Nothing fancy going on here. If I interact, nothing happens. Same here. Now for the Scythe, the Cursed Scythe, again, it's a basic animation. And this does 10 attack damage. But if I interact with it, we do this spin attack move, which brings up some form of sandstorm off in the distance. Okay, and I'll do that again. Get a little whizzy waz right there, and that's how that works. Next up, we have the Elemental Axe, which also does +10 damage. And if I attack with it in first person, you can see it's quite a basic animation again. And if we go into third person and do the interact, nothing seems to happen here from this. That's because this one, if I remember rightly, when it attacks, it does a random acid, fire, or lightning attack. So what we may need to do here is just spawn in somebody that we can attack. So let's grab, I don't know, let's grab a pig. Why not? We'll put the pig in here and attack. So that did a random fire attack, but it didn't cook the pork chop. Interesting. Okay, we'll do it again. That one does an acid attack, which doesn't poison the pork chop. So I suppose that's a good balance. Throw that away. And then if we go again, that one is an acid attack again. So it's not just cycling through, it is at random that it does the attacks. There's also a custom sound, which sounds like lava. And if I place that down again, and then we hit it with the Cursed Scythe, well, it killed it before the sandstorm was going to do anything. But at least it's doing damage, right? That's the main thing. Next up, we have the Frost Hammer. This also does a +10 attack damage, and if I interact with it, it does the ground and pound on the floor. So we'll put down a pig. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away. It sent him up into the sky and killed him with a one hit. So these are pretty strong attacks, to be honest with you. I mean, they're going to do more damage just from doing damage than they are from actually using their effects. We've then got the Explosive Gauntlet. Now, the Explosive Gauntlet doesn't have any attack information on it, unfortunately. But if I interact with it, it's sending out a bomb that doesn't do environmental damage. Like so. And it's kind of just the TNT sound. Nothing too crazy there. If I hit it now, these pigs are getting mullered, mate. But yeah. And now we know, obviously, from the book that each of these 4 weapons can be mended in a special sort of way, and they can be enchanted. But can they be given the mending enchantment on an anvil? So let's find out. We'll start with the swords right here. So we'll go for the Cursed Blade. Can be given mending. That's good. What about the Frost Blade? It can be given mending. What about the scythes? It can. Okay, so they can be enchanted and they can be repaired. We'll try all of them here. We'll go for this one. Yeah, that one can as well. And then lastly, we'll go for this one as well. So yeah, they can all be enchanted, they can all be repaired, and they all have interactions. So far, it's all working how it's supposed to be working. And it's pretty much simplified, which I don't mind. Again, at 660 mine tokens, they're not asking me to break the bank for very little return. I'm quite happy with this so far. So now let's go and have a look at the 4 new bosses. And unfortunately, we can't spawn them in, which means we're going to have to go out on location and find each of the structures. So we're going to do the experience, the structures, and the mobs all in one go here. Now, I have gone looking for each of these, and what I can say is this add-on is somehow both not spawning a lot of structures, but also spawning too many structures, and I'll explain why. So basically, it took me ages to find all 4. This one was easy because it was right in front of me. The others, because they're spawning in like a jungle or a desert or in a quote-unquote mountainous region, it's quite difficult to find them. Deserts can be quite rare depending on how lucky your world roll is. Jungles, you got to go looking for a jungle to kind of find one, really. And then mountainous range, that could pretty much mean anything. But as you'll see when we go to the mountainous range, once they do spawn, they can spawn very close to each other. But I'm jumping ahead, so let's go and have a look. Now, I'm not sure how we're going to do this. We'll just have a look at the structure first of all and how it's built. It looks really nice. I actually like the way this is done. This is done with quite a lot of detail. I like the new blocks being added in. I think that's really cool. I like being able to see somewhat through the blocks as well. And so that is nice. And if we pop down here, I don't really know what to expect. Now, I'm immediately seeing a boss bar and I'm seeing spawner blocks as well. So what we may need to do is get a night vision potion out here to get some good seeing. Visuals, whatever the words are. So here we go. This one spawns in and it's got, well, that looks like it's got the Frostbound King in a spawner. Interesting. Okay. If we pop round here, so we've got a bit of a maze structure going on here. More spawners. That one is that like a trial spawner? That's a vault. Okay. We've then got a zombie spawner here from the trial spawner. We've got over here even more spawn. Wow, this place could get very easily overrun, couldn't it? Let's go here. You know what? I've just realized why this isn't doing it. Let's go into do mob spawning false. And let's set it to do mob spawning true. Now this might get a little bit loud, which is why I had it turned off. But let's just see what kind of spawns we're dealing with here as they start spawning in. Hopefully we start seeing something soon. Maybe we don't. But we'll keep looking around and see what we get. More spawners in here as well. Look, loads of them. Loads of them around here. I'm going to hold my hands up here and say I don't go and do trial spawns, so I don't actually know how they work. So that's probably why nothing's spawning in. Maybe there's a reason for how to make it work. But what I can see is this is pretty much a maze at this point. How do I get through? Excuse me. Can I get through here? Thank you. Something spawned. Game, let me through. Thank you. Something spawned out here. So there's a skeleton in there. What about around here? Nothing around here. Nothing around here. Definitely quite a distinct maze. Ah, here we go. Although, oh, you were supposed to come through that way. Okay, so you come through that way. Wait a minute. How have I been given mining fatigue? Okay, I've got mining fatigue apparently. That's a bit weird. Hop through here. So you'd be fighting your way through all of this somehow. Let me see. Let me go into survival. Do they only spawn? Oh, Lord! Okay, 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 okay. Good Lord. Good Lord. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Hold on. How many of them spawn? Well, this right here, I can't pick him. I don't know what he is. He's like a little baby Frostbound King. But it won't let me pick him to get him. Okay. So they spawn from trial chambers in survival. If we come through here again, so then you're making your way through here even more. Wait, wow. Okay, this will be like really overloading with enemies, won't it? Through here. Oh, no, back to being lost. Definitely seeing the challenge aspect here. Obviously, you can just break your way through. But I'm just trying to look how this is intended. Through here, right. Through here. Over here. And then we've got another staircase. Okay, more water. I saw a witch. So you got normal mob spawning as well. As we go through a third level. Wow, man. This looks like a massive challenge right here. I wouldn't survive this. Through here. What we got going on around here? There's a big old slime here as well. Which leads us into what looks like pretty much of a dead end. Okay, not through there. Back round here, we haven't even got to the Frostbound King yet. Not those little Frostbound princes, at least. Wait, what's this? If I break this through... Okay, no, that's not it either. Wow. I think for the rest of the structures, I'm just going to go into spectator mode, but I've kind of committed here. I say that. I've got no idea where I need to go. I'm just going to break through. Excuse me, please. Is there a staircase around in here anywhere, guys? Just breaking through, please. Cheers for that. Get around here. Buddy. Yo, you're about as trapped as I am. Okay. At least, guys, you get to see what kind of layouts we're dealing with here and how difficult it will be to find and just how many trial chambers you'll have to go through to get where you need to get to. Another diagonal area here. Into whatever this is. Another vault. Okay, alright, so then let's just go into spectator mode now. Novelty's starting to wear off. Here we go. So, there's another layer down here as well, which I can't quite tell how you were supposed to get to that. These are quite deep dungeons, man. Let's go across round here. Where was you supposed to go to get... Okay, down here. So there's a way down here. Then through here again. To try and find another way down. Which then gets you down to here. Good lord. Okay, and then you must be the king. We've got soul lanterns. We've got chains without lanterns. We've got terracotta, glazed terracotta here for the light blue glazed terracotta. And then if we go here, yep, that's the king. Okay, so if we was to fight this guy, how are we looking? Hey, buddy. Oh, my day, he sneezed at me. Oh, I'm frozen. Oh, I'm frozen. Okay, I just got snotty booger. Whoa, calm down, bro. Oh, damn, this guy hits. Woo, excuse me, buddy. Okay. Yo, don't sneeze at me, bro. Hachoo, bless you, bless you. My guy got COVID and doesn't know it. Okay, calm down. Ah, get him. Whoa! Okay, buddy. Okay. I don't have any health with me. Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. Whoa! Get back around here. See you later. Oh, no, that's cheating, brother. You called in your bubbers. No, I'm good. I'm good. Alright, well, at least we get to see how the Frostbound King looks. We can see it with the little baby ones that are holding the swords. That explains where the swords come from. They can hit themselves as well, which is great. And then we got the big guy here. I would have liked a uniqueness to the baby models other than the swords. Oh, I'm frozen. This is it. Good death come for me there. Okay, so they're called ice minions. But they're just looking basically the same there. Maybe a kneecap piece is missing. Well, that's about it, really. Okay, that was cool, though. I liked the models. I liked the attacking. I liked the aspect of the challenge of getting deep into the structure. I thought that was cool. We've got 3 more to go for. I'm just going to show you them, and then we'll spectator through them. So let's go to the second one. All right, so we've got the Desert Temple, or whatever it's called. I'm going to forget the official names here. But this is what the new desert structure would look like for the Pharaoh. As we see here, it's quite a massive pyramid. Little bits of detail on here. I definitely wouldn't have said that this is similar to a desert pyramid as standard, though. I feel like it's a bit more grander than that. And then at the top here, we've got more glazed terracotta. A nice usage of the glazed terracotta so far in this add-on. We've got the Sand Revenant loading in. Going to take our night vision. You can see here a nice big empty space. You can see where like the sand has broken across for the doorway. And if we head down, what are we dealing with down here then? We've got some terracotta jars, more mobs, not so many spawners in here. Not at least obvious ones. I'm hearing them. Ah, there they are. Okay, so if we go into, did not mean to go into survival, get out of that, into spectator. Something's happened there. Okay. That wasn't me, I promise you. I just took a screenshot and left. Right, around here. Massive corridor spacings. Look at... Okay. Can we get like a good view of this outside? Just to get a proper look at how this looks from afar. Look at that. And it mentioned something about gardens around the outside. No, that was the jungle one, wasn't it, actually? But look at all of the different levels that you've got to fight through. This is a challenge sheerly by just the amount that you have to do, I think. And if we pop into here, we've got the Pharaoh, the Sand Revenant down here. Again, I like that model. That model looks quite nice. I like his helmet. Okay. Into survival. Why not? First things first. How you doing, buddy? Oh, Lord. Okay, so I can't break anything. Oh, so that's why you get mining fatigue, to stop you from breaking things and actually going through the challenge. Okay. Wow, though. One too many hoppers. You'll never need to make a hopper again in your life. Nice design, though. Okay, for a lantern. I'm not getting a boss bar. I may have glitched it. There's no boss bar here. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Okay. This one's not as tough. I may have glitched this guy. Uh-oh. I take it back. Not as tough. I take it back. He's got skeleton minions. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay, this one's not as, like, crazy here. These guys are all... Oh, Lord. What is going on? What is going on? I'm getting darkness. I'm getting mining fatigue. Enderman, help me! Alright, these ones not too tough. Would love to see his boss bar, though. He doesn't seem to be able to hit me, though. He spawned in more of his boys. Oh, it's a family affair! He's gone underground. Do you not mind? Okay, so they also give you an instant health 2 potion. Alright. Well, I've got myself a cursed blade now, so how about that? How's that feeling, bro? Oh, no, the Enderman's bullying me! No! Get out of here! Get out of here, Enderman! You're meant to be on my side! No! Thank you. Who's next? Yeah, well, what happens if when I get a scythe, you lot are all dead, innit? Just know that. See you later. Alright, next. Alright, his scythe attack doesn't seem to be hitting me here. Alright, he's got to be nearly dead, surely. Oh, don't spawn in more. Oh, my scythe is going to die soon as well. We are clapping, though. There's +7 attack. Hey, back up, guys. Yo, you're going to die. You're going to die. I'm not scared of you. You are no frostbound king, let me tell you that. Although, you are not dying. Why are you not dying? Why is he not dying? Okay, lost that one. I'm wondering if because there's no boss bar, he has no boss health? Have I glitched it? I think we can obviously see... Ah, there we go. Hoi! I was going to say, I think we can obviously see that I would have won this fight, but I did win the fight. There we go. And then in terms of drops, so we get 3 ominous trial keys, we get a sand revenant skull, and we get the cursed scythe as well. And if we head over here, I can see there are 3 of these things here. So I'll unlock you. We get some stuff. I'll unlock you, and I'll unlock you. So are you the rewards? I assume so. We're getting some good stuff from here. Look at this. Okay. Hey, I'm not against it, you know. I don't like that the boss bar didn't work. It really did make me think that things were broken. But that was actually quite fun. Maybe because I won. I don't know. Let's go on to the next one. And so for boss number 3, we're at the Jungle Pyramid boss dungeon here. As you can see, there's a bit of a weirdness in terms of some of the spawning happening here, where trees are being overwrit. But it is just a massive pyramid, kind of Aztec-y in design, using tough blocks here as we spawn around it, just to check it out. And again, we had loads of hoppers in the desert one. We have got loads of grindstones in the top one here. A farmer's delight, if ever there was one. We'll pop down here. Oh, wow. Hang on. What are we dealing with here? Is that carved tough or something? Chiseled tough? That's a really nice block, you know. I like that. And if we pop through here, so it's very similar in design to the sand one, except it's a different style of entrance. It's not a raised entrance, but other than that, it's a big open space into a downstairs using moss and tuff and other style of blocks here. We've got the Apex Cyborg on the top, and yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna sneak around here and do this because this is a massive space, but you get given mining fatigue to make sure that you go through the chamber and not break your way through. So you will have to fight all of these or as many of these as possible to get through. And that will then bring you all the way down to the bottom, where at the bottom is the Apex Cyborg. We've also got copper blocks here as well. There's a wither skeleton skull. We've got some quartz, some amethyst in here. Some really good block design here, to be honest. A few different styles of artwork or building work here. And then we've got the Apex Cyborg. So I'm probably going to die here, but we'll see. Let's go. What up, buddy? Oh my lord. He's got one of them things. He's got an eye laser. Oh, drones. Oh, my health is gone. How has he done that? Whoa. Yo, this guy does not ramp. Okay. Well, he doesn't ramp at all. I feel like what we have to probably do is go back there and just have a look at him. Because he did not take names, numbers, or anything. Let's go and see what he looked like. So he spawns in drones on there, which seem to know where I am, even in spectator mode. And then we've got this big Mojo Jojo looking guy right here as well. Good animations, not bad. He completely clapped my booty. Let me let you know that one. Let's go and see the final boss dungeon. And so here we are then at the fourth and final one. And as you can see, two have spawned directly next to each other. Now, just to give you a little bit of a backstory on this, it took me 45 minutes to even find one. And it was that one that I found. And as I was trying to just look underground at this one then spawned in. And now it does say it spawns in mountainous regions. I don't really consider this mountainous regions, to be fair. But hey ho, it's here. And yeah, like I said, they're spawning in very close. So I wish there was a way to stop this from happening. Even though it took me 45 minutes to find one, I prefer that over having two spawn right next to each other. So let's get a little bit closer. And I like how they said that you can identify this by the flags on the building, as if to say this type of building is in the world in general. I mean, look at the Minecraft village in comparison to the building here. I don't think the flags are going to tell me that this is a special building. And if we look around the top here, we've got a lot of iron trap doors. We've got scaffolding even, sorry. We've got tons of grindstones here as well. I think that's an issue. If this is going to be in like a forever world, a survival world, I think this is very much an issue. It's just too many. Like, no one needs that many, but it kind of just makes grinding a little bit difficult, which I didn't mean to say, even though it is grindstones. And more so the iron trapdoors and the hoppers in the desert pyramid one. But maybe I'm being pedantic. I don't know. It's a nice building though. Looking at how it's been built, this looks really nice. I like the shape, I like the structure, I like this little pathway up as well. And so if we head in through the door, we'll drink our night vision so that we can have a look. We can see the primordial tyrant. We've got upstairs and downstairs, no furniture. This is sold unfurnished. We're going to head down here to the first level, which immediately we are met with cages and a zombie. Hi, how are you? And just pop through here. We see a lot of mossy cobblestone. We're seeing light grey concrete. We're seeing stone. We've got dripstone. Just all sorts of stone blocks and structures in here to give us that kind of stony feel. I'm saying stone a lot. We've also, for some reason, got netherrack, which is a bit weird to have here. And then if we go into spectator mode, yeah, I'm not really sure why there's netherrack there. That is weird. If we come here and just pull back a little bit, we can see again as well, look, a big structure underground with another one there because of the secondary building. And as we get down into here, we've got more glazed terracotta on here. Mud, tuff, all sorts. I feel like that netherrack was supposed to be glazed terracotta and they've forgotten to change that. And if it's not, they should. And then you've got the Tyrant here, the three-headed elemental, fire, ice. I may have said lightning, and I think it was ice. And then acid. Very good model, though. I like that. It's kind of a Spyro dragon. Not bad at all. And I suppose we've got to fight him, haven't we? So, into survival. You're gonna remember my name, fool! I don't know what those are that he's just thrown down on the floor. Oh my... Oh my... Wow! Oh, and then he spawns little baby ones! No way! He spawns little baby ones! That's mad! I forgot to go into spectator mode first. Where are they? He spawns little baby dragons. Little baby Spyros. I wasn't expecting that. Let's get down here and have another look. Yeah, look. You got a little acid one. You got a little ice one. And a little fiery one. This guy just coughed up all of his babies at me. That's crazy. So what am I thinking in regards to this add-on? Well, there are definitely challenges, right? There's definitely challenges to this. I really like the idea of adding in mining fatigue and making you go around and around and around and going through them. I like the builds. I think they're cool. I like how deep it is as well. Like, it is quite a challenge. Maybe not a challenge from skill, but just from feeling overwhelmed. Feels very, very strong. I don't like the choice of some of the blocks. Like, even down here, that's quite a lot of lanterns, in all honesty. And for some people, they're not going to care, right? If you've got a forever world, you're not going to care. You can get all of this stuff easy anyway, so that's cool. But just in terms of balancing, too many anvils or too many hoppers, too many grindstones in one place, it can have an effect, especially early game. Like, it just feels a little bit weird in that sense. What is that on the floor, by the way? There's blocks of netherite down here that I didn't even realize. So yeah, balancing issue. This needs to be sorted out. Nobody needs this many netherites. I don't care if you're going to kill the Tyrant. Like, you will never need netherite again just doing one of these places. So from that point of view, a balancing issue needs to be sorted out there, I think. The price is great. The models for the bosses look cool. Some of them did feel a little bit reminiscent of other things. Like, I feel like I've seen the Pharaoh before. I feel like I've seen the Frostbound before, but maybe that's just because I do so many add-ons. I don't know. But all in all, for the price, for what we're getting, I think this isn't too bad. Just fix the balancing issues is what I would say. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this, and if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. One more thing before I go as well, actually, I didn't like. Put the mobs in the creative menu, dude. Like, how am I supposed to showcase your add-on easily if you hide them? Would never have known that there was minions and stuff if I didn't come and fight these guys. So, yeah, that would be the other bit. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!